I could barely see a thing. Um, and then it was like I was awake, but I had blacked out.
Hmm.
I had blacked out. When I tell you I couldn't understand a thing I was writing.
Welcome back to the Gap and the Grind. I'm Denise,
And I'm precious.
and this is episode 2. Yeah, we've been away for a bit because life can be life. Things happen, schedules happen, and honestly, that's exactly why we wanted to start with this particular episode. As you can tell, we are all warm and fuzzy, though it seems like Mr. Blue doesn't want to see it. Can you guys tell? I honestly just named him today. Today is he's becoming. This is Mrs. Pink.
I've known Mrs. Pink for a while.
Okay, this week we are talking about stress. Yes, literally, but no, we're talking about grounding practices, ways we manage stress, how we know we are stressed, just getting through it, which is why we chose such a warm environment for the episode. And before we go any further, don't just listen. Make sure to give us 5-star rating. Wherever you're listening, like the podcast, share, comment. Let us know what you think. Mm. Okay, so to start us off, I was thinking let's talk about stress check. This is like what are our telling signs for stress? How do we know that we are stressed? Is there any sort of bell and you're like, I see this and I just know this is a bad moment?
Well, for me, actually, it's usually hard for me to tell that I'm stressed. I think I'm just getting into the, getting to know myself more or better so that I can know when I'm stressed.
Mm.
One of the things that I just realized was there are these random days when I just wake up at 3 a.m., when I've slept like, say,
Interesting.
11 a.m. So when I wake up at 3 a.m., that's my body telling me that, hey, you're stressed. You need to take a chill pill, you know? That's one. So it's my body trying to cope up or trying to get into the night shift of the
Mm.
stress. And then the other way that I know that I'm stressed is when I feel like I need my personal space. Earlier on I said shutting everyone out. And Denise mentioned that that's not appropriate language, apparently.
I know I said I will switch it to something softer.
hmm Well, for me, that's actually I think that's number one before the three. When I stopped talking to people completely and I just shut, I would say shut the whole world out. I just know that I'm stressed. I need my own time. I need to think. I need, I need time to process everything so that I can know what's going on in my life. I can know how to handle this. I can know how to handle that. That's another one.
Mm.
It's also when I start, if I have different tasks to do, like I start doing this and leave it, start doing that and leave it without completing it. So that's another one. Like I just never complete a task because I'm overwhelmed with everything. That's another.
Um, I
Yeah.
hear it.
They're
Uh,
quite a number.
yeah, I understand.
They're
I
quite a
I
number.
was just checking. No,
hmm
but yeah, I think yeah, such telling signs. I gotta say, I think the one I relate to more among the ones you said was the shutting people out, as she likes to say. But because it's a thing of I can be a really quiet person even when I am fine. So it can be really hard for people to tell when I'm known or when I'm stressed because for some people it's like, oh, when I'm quiet, when I'm fine, I'll be quiet. When I'm angry or stressed, I'll be quiet. And they just never know when.
hmm
And I mean, for me, I'm like, it's easy, but it's not. I think another thing for me is just the personal inner sadness. And I know that sounds normal, or it might sound normal for, okay, you're stressed, you're gonna be sad, but for me it's more all negative, any sort of negative emotion hits me. Things I've been over, things I've not been thinking about in a while
Mhm.
begin to hit. In trying to escape the stress, I go into all my dark moments. So it's not even I think of I'll be sad, but it's more the sadness finds me in stress.
Do you start thinking of death as well? Because you did say dark moment.
When I'm stressed, adding to the stress, I think of the things that are stressing me out. Then I think of all the issues in my life, and I pull out all those things that hurt, and then it becomes even more. I don't just grab the issues I'm having now. I grab issues from the past. That's what I mean by dark moments. So yeah.
I've heard of that doesn't come for just stress. I've heard of something like that. Apparently, sometimes when a person loses someone, and then you go attend the burial,
Yep.
usually some people don't cry because hey, this person has gone, but they do remember a loved one that they've lost before. So I think it is a thing. I don't know what it's called, but some past something.
Yeah. The past haunting you. I don't like it. Can you tell? Yeah. Okay, so what are your grounding activities? What are things that help you get through those moments when you realize I am stressed? Your telling signs have showed up, you've identified them. How do you come back to peace?
I would say my number one is journaling. Oh, I love journaling. To be honest, it's been a minute since I last did it.
Mm.
But just getting a piece of paper, it doesn't matter if I don't have my book with me. If I get a piece of paper and just write down whatever comes to my mind, it's not about perfection, nothing like that. But what I feel at the moment doesn't matter whether my thoughts are scattered or whatever, as long as I put everything down, then I do feel like, okay, I have sort of organized my brain and I
Mm-hmm.
feel better.
Yeah.
And then lately, I've been getting into um, talking to people because I used to hear of you need to talk to someone when you're not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how is that going? I haven't really tried it. I haven't really tried it, to be honest. It's just something that pops up. It's like, okay, I don't feel fine. I'm crying. I'm not okay. I'm stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to call someone and talk to them. And I probably pick up the
Even.
phone call, and then I'm like, hmm, well, I don't know what's going on. You know what? Never mind. And that's just so it's hard. I'm still trying to
Yeah.
get into that, but I heard it does work and it's good. Well, for the people that do it,
Mm.
it's really good. The other thing that I really do is try to organize everything, make sure everything is in place, clean up, and make sure that my space is like free, clean, safe, and decluttered. Yeah.
I guess then we have very similar grounding practices because for me, I don't think I call what I do writing in a journal or anything, but I just write. A few months back, I had what some would call a writer's block. I was literally incapable of doing it, and I think, well, maybe there was a telling sign that it wasn't fine, or that the stress was a lot. Just because I would say I am decent. I mean, it's not like I don't write anything too fancy, I can't say, but I do write when I'm feeling, and usually when I write, I start off with one emotion, and by the end of whatever piece I've written, I've fully discovered what the issue was. Because, like, those last lines tell me, oh, this is the problem. And once I read through them, I'm like, oh, I see now. This is
Mm-hmm.
where
Yeah.
this was the issue. Because it's never like planned. I kind of know, like, I'm going to read about this problem, but I just don't know where it's going to lead till I get there. A grounding thing for me is looking at my space organized, not necessarily the act of organizing, but seeing it as organized is what grounds me. Because when I'm really stressed, in moments when I'm really stressed, I just don't have it in me to put myself in the position to organize,
Mhm.
to make the space look neater than what's inside. But when it's fixed, I'm like, okay, this is right. You can be right as well. Another big one for me is just puzzles. I do puzzles, but with this one, I'm a bit iffy about the whole thing, only because puzzles to a certain degree add to my stress.
Uh-huh.
Because it's if I start on a 1,000 piece puzzle, I can't finish it in one night. So I go to work or school or wherever I'm going the next day, and all I can think about is I wanna finish it like in the shortest amount of time possible. And it's then that becomes another stress factor for me. So as much as the act of doing it can be grounding, but if I'm stressed about so many other things, one, it's going to become a stress factor as well. So it lies on both sides. So it's a stress factor, but it's also some sort of relief because it's something I can control, unlike the messy things in life. So those were kind of like what we would call the good practices. What about what we think are bad practices? So things that we have done, things we've seen other people do that are like could seem like they're helping but are actually just the illusion of calm. They live in that sort of I'm calm, I'm peaceful, but they're just making things worse.
You called that escapism, right?
I did, yeah.
It is escapism. That's the right word. It's more of you feel like, okay, I'm stressed. I'm going to do this so that I don't feel stressed anymore. But it's just for the now. It helps you to run away from your problems right now, but it's short lived. Scrolling through TikTok or scrolling through your phone endlessly.
Definitely agree. But I mean, you could also look at it as in times of like when I need, let's say, 5 minutes of rest from something stressful, and someone's like, let me just scroll through social media, but they keep to that 5 minutes and then they put it down.
That's
That might
okay.
not be.
That is okay. That's why I added the endlessly
Oh,
part of it. Yeah.
I think my brain filtered it out
Hmm.
completely, but I hear that. I think for me, one is the kind of almost sitting in the problem or sitting in the stress. I think it's good to sit in the stress because you can, one, accept the stress, accept that there is a problem. That's the first step in any sort of fixing or any sort of getting to peace. If you don't know you're in drama or you're in fire or whatever, you cannot fix the issue. One mistake we sometimes make, me included, I think I'm kind of prone to this, is in the sitting in the problem. I almost get to the place of accepting it as something I can't change. Let me give an example. As a student, oh yeah, students, I know we are all in midterm season, which is another reason this is such a great episode, just to remind us that it's okay to breathe a bit. But anyway, my point was, let's say I'm really late in studying for a midterm I have. It's in 2 hours. I realized there is a whole section that I had not yet opened. And then I just sit and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Sometimes there is a sort of resigning that's almost like, what's the point of studying anymore? And I decide to just enter it with what I have. But imagine I had 2 hours left. I could have used those. There have been times 2 hours. What made the difference between me passing or failing? If you want to sit in the problem long enough to understand or be aware that you have a problem, but you don't want to resign to it, see it as something you can't fix unless it's something you can't fix, which we are going to talk about issues we can't fix. But issues you can, don't resign, guys. We can do this.
Yeah, we can. Can we though?
Yes, yes, guys, we can.
Yeah, we can. Okay, and then for me, one of my I'm a victim of this, overworking myself. Like if I know like if I'm stressed out or something, well, of course, if I'm stressed out, I will try to get something else to do so that I fill whatever gap that I have so that I know all my time is occupied and the
Mm.
only time that I have left with me is my time to go to bed. And the problem with that is that even when you get to bed, like you never know when you're going to bed, you just black out wherever and whenever. Like when your body, your system basically just shuts down. And well, I am a very, 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 very strong victim of that. Like I can, as long as it gets to like say 10 p.m. or something, I've been overworked or whatever. When my body feels like okay, it can rest here, I'll just like black out, and the next time I'll probably get up will be in the morning or whenever. So yeah, so many people tend to overwork themselves in order to deal with stress, so that
Yeah.
they probably don't want to feel anything anymore. Um, the other would be drinking, smoking, and partying. I'll start with. I feel like those three would go together. Um, I feel like that's an escape route. I've talked to quite a number of people that okay, not quite a number, but I've heard of I'm smoking because I'm stressed. I'm going to
I know.
forget about it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not I'm going to feel calm when I smoke. But I feel like that's an escape route as well. You can just sit in your problems and deal with them.
A last thing for me is just something we've said in different ways, but it's exactly it's just denial. I think it's worth mentioning that denial is might actually be one of the biggest issues or worst ways to deal with stress. It's just not accepting that it's just saying, oh no no no. Yes, I'm having a hard time, but I can do it. I'm okay. I don't need to rest. I don't need to relax. I can still do it. A few more days, whatever. I think denial is dangerous because you deny yourself first. You're not just denying the issue. You're not just living in the I don't have an issue, but you're also not letting yourself rest, letting yourself get back to this state of peace for any one small second. And I think that is dangerous and awful. And we all tend to do it. I know I've done it. I mean, if I had like two midterms the next day, I would deny till I get the midterms down, and then I'll be like, okay, let's go eat, let's go sleep.
Mhm.
Just because it's hard, but I don't think it's the healthiest way to deal with stress.
Speaking of midterms and going hard and hard, I remember during my UCE examinations,
Mhm.
which you didn't get a chance to do. Wow.
Yeah.
Um, we had these exams all after, well, they were all right after each other, right? So I remember, I think, well, I don't remember the subject we had before, but then the next day we had chemistry.
Mm.
And safe to say, I wasn't really the best at it. So of course I stayed up all night. I was really, really good at that. I'd get my like 3 cups of my 3 cups of caffeine, drink them.
Should grind, grind, grind.
I oh my god, I would grind. So we had this exam. I got into the afternoon exam. I was okay for the first one. During the afternoon exam, first of all, I could barely see a thing. Um and then it was like I was awake, but I had blacked out.
Hmm.
I had blacked out. When I tell you I couldn't understand a thing I was writing, I couldn't understand
Yeah.
a thing I was reading. My eyes were wide open, but I had blacked out. My brain was off, completely off.
Yes. Your system had
So
basically
my
shut
yeah,
down
my system had
entirely.
shut down.
Ah,
So
I hear that.
yeah.
I dread God. Help me to never live in this moment because I don't know what I would do. Now let's talk boundaries to keep your peace. Think of what boundaries do you have for work, personal life, studying? What things are like? For example, one, just to set us off, one thing I used to do during the summer when I had just the summer for me was mostly work and then go home and that's it. Was I would not do any sort of work related thing at home. I would, because it was almost like for the first, I think, few 2 weeks, I did it and I realized I don't have a rest from this job at all. It's not healthy. I spend my time at work doing work stuff. I come home, do my work stuff to almost, leave a good impression. But it's like it's not helping anyone. It's not help.
No, it doesn't.
I'm like, this is awful. No
No, it
one even
doesn't.
sees the extra time you put in.
Yeah, no,
And
no, no, no,
but
no,
I
no.
think it's just after that, it's just I realized as long as I work my hardest when I'm at work, I dedicate all my time at work to work. It is okay for me to finish, let's say, at 5, get out, and not think about work at all till I go back the next day at 9. And I think that helped me so much. I just, f- feeling better, not just about the job, but about myself, knowing I had time outside. I just didn't stress about work at all. I was like, nah, I'm just not gonna play this game.
I'd say when I started working, I didn't know I didn't know boundaries. I'd first of all, I was doing school as well. So I was mixing up work
Mm-hmm.
with school. You'd find me home doing my assignments and doing some work from work as well. And it was like,
Yeah.
hey, there were no boundaries. It's more of you're not respecting your time. You don't know how to say no to this, no to that. And I think that's where sometimes we tend to go wrong.
We are most helpful to the people around us when we ourselves inside are at
Or
peace and
exactly.
happy.
Yes.
And when you keep giving, but you don't have much to give, it comes off. So it's not just gonna be a thing of people gonna be like, oh, you set a boundary. It's one, she's not happy. She sounds like she doesn't wanna be here. That's also going to become another issue. So you need to be able to be like, okay, I need this. It's for me, and it's okay. Mm. All right, then, guys. So for our brand new segment called Draft Pick. Oh god, I love it. I'm excited. So draft pick is basically for any basketball lovers. I guess you can kind of picture what it is. It's just us, two teams, and a bunch of players or activities, and 16 activities, 14 actually. This week we have 14 activities, 5 per team. And yeah, for the random team selection. Oh, oh god. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Then it's just a draft pick. Come on. If you are a lover of NBA or basketball in general, then you know what a draft pick is. And you should be excited about this as we are.
I got chaos managers. Okay,
And I got cum keepers. Yay.
okay. So guys, I can't even react. I really wanted to get cum keepers, but it's fine, it's fine. So just to tell you what this is, cum keepers are the things you do when you finally have time to breathe. Think of it as really fast. It's just I had a midterm today. Right after my midterm, 7 p.m., I'm going home and I'm giving myself the evening. I'm not gonna study. I'm literally gonna brain rot for the rest of the evening. Point is, it's just activities that help you stay in that peace, stay in that state without drifting back to the worrying. Chaos managers are now, the quick fixes for when life's hectic and you only have 5 minutes. Think of it as I have a midterm in the next 2 hours, but one or the other. I need to get to a state that's peaceful because there's no way you're going to. I mean, I guess what works for you, but point is, it helps you, maintain calm and peace even when even during the chaos. But as we all know, grounding looks different depending on the state, hence why calm keepers and chaos managers.
I don't know why you're pretty excited about my come keepers. You're supposed to be excited about your own part, which is chaos
Guys,
managers.
trust, I'm gonna put in all, I'm gonna work hard. We are gonna win. Okay, so we are going
I
to.
honestly definitely would have loved to get the chaos keepers.
Mm, I would have
But
loved. But
let's see
anyway,
how this goes.
yeah. We're just gonna read you really fast the list of the 14 activities we have today: long showers, baths,
Talking to someone,
cooking, baking,
gym or movement,
music,
journaling,
books,
sleep,
personal space,
decluttering,
creative outlets,
partying,
TV shows, movies.
walks.
Okay, so since Precious got first pick of the team, I get first pick of the activities. Freaking chaos managers. Guys, I just don't like chaos. I'm gonna say music. I think just 5 minutes of good music is just perfect. Just helps and you like grounds. I think it really does. As long as you pick just the right song, it can get you in a place of peace.
Okay, and sleep most definitely because you need sleep. You need to sleep for 8 hours. So I think that's a calm keeper. By
Hmm.
the time you get up, you're refreshed and all. So would be amazing. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say declaring when you are so stressed and your environment is messy as well, sometimes that gets you off. I just imagine when I have like sometimes when I'm studying, I have flashcards. When my flashcards are all splattered around, and I know there is this certain topic that I'm trying to remember, but I don't remember the details. Messiness isn't helping because I can't freaking find the flashcard, and I just mess it up even more. So I think decluttering, taking a minute to just put things in order before you work again is good.
Okay, and I think cooking or baking. I had to take that before you took it because I knew you would kind of try to find a way to fit it into your chaos
My,
thing. But
I would.
cooking or baking is a calm keeper because sometimes you're learning new recipes and
Yeah.
you need to you need time for that.
Personal space for me, I think, yeah, I'm stressed. You're watching me and you can see that I'm stressed. I'm trying to study, finalize, get all my last details down. Don't talk to me. Um, respectfully, just
Dang.
don't talk to me. Walk away, because otherwise,
Don't talk to her.
yeah, I'm trying to make this list work. Okay. Hmm.
Just don't
Precious.
talk to her. But I mean, it really is. I think it's
Hmm.
a chaos manager just chipping, shutting everyone out.
She loves that term.
Just
I'm much more on the personal space.
she's just trying to keep it, calm and safe. But again, just like you say,
Yeah.
don't talk to me. There was
Okay.
nothing come about that. There was nothing come about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Precious.
Well, I think walks as well are calm keepers.
Walks. Interesting. I
When I speak of walks, I'm thinking of nature walks. Like I would say something like a 1 hour walk.
I think for me, actually journaling might be a good one only because a few minutes of writing helps me. Sometimes I could write pages and pages, but it could help. I think it's a good one.
It is
First,
creative outlets, calm keepers.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Of course, you have to agree, Denise. Of course, you have to.
What do you mean? Of I could have I don't know. I don't know. I could have said no, but okay. I agree with it. I think it's really good. Mm, my last one, movement, guys. It says gym,
Oh.
oh movement, but
Um,
movement,
yeah.
like very a few minutes of movement. I think can be, just okay. The morning of your exam, just taking a few hours to exercise
Go to the gym,
if that's your
do
thing.
some dance, Zumba. Um, okay, books are come keepers, I believe.
Yes, guys, as you can tell, we really, really, really think
We are really into books.
we are.
We're
Uh,
really into poetry as
I
well.
know we picked out like this is a novel poetry, and this is just my most recent journal. Okay, guys, so that is draft pick for this week. Let us know who you guys think won. Let me just give some context. I wasn't ready for chaos managers, but I think I did great.
And I was born ready.
Oh
Give it to me.
wow. Oh wow. Okay guys, I was born ready as well.
Denise, no, 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 no,
When
no.
have I not been ready for something? Okay guys, before we close it off, just one last thing. To the students, to the uni college kids out there, we can do this. I know I sound like one of those weird optimistic people who comes by into your life and tells you you're doing great when you're doing awful, but no. We can do this. We can do this. Don't forget to rest. Oh, one last thing I think I should definitely put out there, and it would be a crime if I did not, is my mom always tells me at the most random times. She asks, Denise, did you eat? I feel like we didn't touch on that as well at all. Oh, I've come back home and I'm literally trying to get understand this weird concept, and she's like, Denise, have you eaten?
I
Have you
know.
eaten at all?
I
And
know,
it
I
can
know.
seem like, okay, I'm really trying, but
It's just a by the way, but it's very.
it's so important. You need to eat. Sometimes that's the biggest thing your body needs. You haven't eaten, and it can be so hard when you feel like you don't have time and you throw that away. But eat, guys. Feed your bodies.
Okay, so I think Denise has actually talked about everything, but yeah, there is no escape route from stress. Stress will always find us. Just notice the signs early, ground yourself, set boundaries, do not run, do not escape, sit in it, find a way to heal, and always remember that peace is not found, it's created. So you have to create your own
Ooh,
peace.
I had to react. Peace is not found, it's created. I'm gonna echo that just because it was so great. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode of The Gap and the Grind. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week. Don't forget to follow, give us 5-star rating on Spotify, our podcast, wherever you're listening. It really helps us grow and makes it easier for new listeners like you to find the show. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, like, drop a comment. We are also gonna post a question on a prompt on Threads X, now known as Twitter. Our stories wherever. Tell me the exact moment you realized you are not built for school. It's connected to what we're talking about next week, but I'll leave that for next week. We'll be diving into your replies in the episode, so make sure you add yours. And of course, let us know which team you think won this week's draft pick. Vote in the comments or on socials. No, me. All right, that's it from us. Thanks for listening, watching. See you next week.